register! Shoot him!
My favorite. Classic, but with enough splatter to let him know you mean business. Patient. Come on, come on. Come on, come on.
Shoot
Come
him!
on. Don't make me do this myself. Send me home! Keep the change.
The movie begins with a former Marine named John Chapman, and during his time in the military, people used to call him Falcon, as he was a strong and skilled soldier, but the war left deep psychological scars on him. Because of this trauma, John spends most of his time drinking alcohol, and one day, while sitting alone, he pours alcohol into a glass and drops several bullets into it, and after that, he loads those bullets into his gun, leaving only one empty chamber, and this shows that he is thinking about ending it by playing a deadly game of chance.
How's life?
On the ground! Now!
What's the matter? Deaf? I said get down.
How about a hole in the chest? Oh, yeah, you're right. Effective but unsatisfying. The brainstem.
Shoot him!
My favorite. Classic, but with enough splatter to let him know you mean business. Patient. Come on, come on. Come on, come on.
Shoot
Come on.
him!
Don't make me do this myself. Send me home! Keep the change.
I'm not here. Go away.
Did I not call you last week and tell you I was coming?
I got nothing. Look, Cindy, I'm sorry.
Well, if you hadn't forgotten, how would I know for sure that you're my brother?
I'm sorry.
She takes John out for dinner and talks seriously with him, and she tells him that she knows he has stopped taking his PTSD and antidepressant medicines, and she says that he even changed the medications without consulting anyone, which is very dangerous. Cindy explains that his condition is getting worse day by day, and she tells him that he must try to move forward and overcome his past trauma, but John does not really have an answer for her. Then Cindy tells him something important, that she is going to Brazil because she works for an NGO, and her job requires her to travel there, so John does not stop her, and he simply tells her to go and then goes back home to sleep. And the next morning, while John is still asleep, Cindy quietly leaves for Brazil. Soon the scene shifts to the two police officers when a small girl runs to them and says that there is a woman lying on the beach. And one of the officers, named Katerina, quickly runs toward the beach, and when she reaches the spot, she sees a badly injured woman lying there. The woman is barely alive and is taking her last breaths, and shockingly, that injured woman is Cindy. Meanwhile, another scene shows the American embassy in Brazil, where two police officers named Tiago and Carlo are there with the American ambassador Manny.
To what do I owe the pleasure? Bad news, I'm afraid. One of yours. Apparently she was doing social work, an American nonprofit in the favelas. Is she alive? Barely. She was found in the favela. Who the hell would do this? You work with animals, you're bound to get bit.
Hello?
At the same time, Officer Katerina begins investigating the case, and Tiago and Carlo are also involved in the investigation. However, the three officers have very different personalities and methods of questioning suspects, and Tiago keeps teasing Katerina and making comments that annoy her. While they are investigating, a group of local gangsters suddenly becomes angry and points guns at them, and the situation becomes very tense.
You made a lot of progress. Let's avoid a nasty scene here. Best fighter against mine.
But if we win?
We give you back all your stuff.
A deal.
Não tem medo, venha.
We get whoever attack the American.
Manny,
John?
I'm gonna go see my sister.
That's what I figured.
We've put her into an induced coma, giving her brain a chance to recover. The extent of her wounds, it's a miracle she made it this far.
I'm so sorry about your sister.
She was volunteering. Why would someone attack her?
The favelados see an American, they see money. She was found without her wallet. No cash, no jewelry. We are questioning several known criminals from the neighborhood.
Look, it's been a long day.
Look where Cindy was found.
With all due respect, Mr. Chapman, the favela isn't exactly a tourist destination.
But I'm not your regular tourist.
It's a terrible thing, all this violence in the favela. They think you're on the wrong side, bang. This is John Chapman, the victim's brother.
Mr. Chapman, my sidearm, please.
Should be heading back.
Follow me, Mr. Chapman. One of the local children found her just in time.
Yeah, right. Nobody saw anything.
Come with me.
John decides to return to the hospital to see his sister. When John arrives at the hospital, he notices something strange, that an Asian nurse standing near Cindy's hospital bed, and the nurse appears to be injecting something into Cindy's glucose drip. And after giving the injection, the nurse quietly leaves the room. A few moments later, John notices that Cindy's condition suddenly begins to worsen, and her health starts deteriorating rapidly. And realizing something is wrong, John immediately runs out of the room and begins searching for the nurse in the hospital corridors. And he looks everywhere, but the nurse is nowhere to be found. Since he cannot find her, John quickly brings a doctor to the room, and the medical staff rush in and begin treating Cindy again, and they manage to stabilize her condition. And after examining the IV drip, the doctors discover something shocking, that someone injected a harmful substance into Cindy's glucose, which could have eliminated her. When John realizes this, he becomes convinced that something much bigger is going on, and that his sister somehow became involved in it.
Excuse me, do you speak English? Where'd you get that necklace?
Stop! Let him go!
He's got on Cindy's necklace.
Cindy gave him the necklace as a gift.
Sorry, my condolences.
Says he wants to show you something that he has. The pages were already torn out when he found it.
You keep it. She wanted you to have it. It's the least I can do. So what happened to Kuka's sister?
Body hasn't been found.
He then goes to a bar and begins reading Cindy's diary. And while reading it, he notices that many pages have been torn out of the diary, and someone clearly removed important information. However, John also notices that Cindy had used carbon paper while writing, and because of that, the writing from the missing pages has left faint impressions on the pages underneath. He notices a phone number. He learns that the number belongs to a photographer. So John arranges a meeting with him, and his name is Bruno. Bruno explains that he had been working together with Cindy, and Cindy had planned to meet a man and want to secretly record the meeting, because she believed that this man was responsible for the disappearance of many girls in the area. And to record that meeting, she asked Bruno to help her.
I really like your sister. She is a good soul.
So where are the photos?
They're my insurance.
Okay, well, thank you. The guys who shot at me had these elaborate tattooed Asian gangster movies.
Yakuza. Well, don't write them off. Brazil has the largest Japanese population outside of Japan. Yakuza, they lie low. They've been here since the 70s, and they have no problem partnering up with local gangs if it serves their needs.
What's that say? Ronos?
Oh, that's a local nightclub.
That same night, John goes to the bar, and inside the bar, he spots the man from the photo, and the man's name is Lima, so John quietly follows him.
I know you know her and I know you met her. Make it easy on yourself and tell me why.
I don't remember.
You didn't wash your hands.
No, wait, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. No, wait, I didn't do anything to her. I didn't touch her. There's a small dirt road. 25 kilometers after Bota Redonda.
Find out you're lying to me. I'm gonna come back and finish your swimming lesson.
Today, we take back the favela. Your targets are the pillars of the drug trade. We are doing God's work. So let's go!
What do you got?
Shipping manifest.
Let me see. It's already got the customs stamp, but check out the departure date.
A nós pertence confusão do rostro. Inclina ao teus membros. Amém. Nos ordenamos a dissolução para a cidade que é chamada de teu nome. Porque não lançamos nossas súplicas perante tua face, que abres nossas justiças.
Guys! Found these two men loading children into the van at gunpoint.
Our price just doubled.
John arrives at the address, which turns out to be a restaurant, and a woman greets him when he enters, and John quietly sits down without saying much. And inside the restaurant, the staff secretly call Tomo and inform her that John has arrived. Tomo is also present there, and as soon as she sees John, she becomes alarmed, and she tells her men that their boss, Harimoto, will not like the fact that a stranger has reached their base, and she orders them to eliminate John quietly. Soon, one of the men approaches John and asks him to follow him, and the man takes John to another area of the building, and while walking there, John notices a vehicle arriving and many young girls are being brought out of it. And among those girls, John recognizes Maria, who is Kuka's missing sister. Now John realizes the terrible truth that these criminals have been kidnapping young girls and selling them. After that, John enters the building and inside he discovers a horrifying scene. As many small girls locked inside the house, held captive by the gang, and the criminals are clearly running a human trafficking operation, she immediately calls Harimoto and informs him about the situation. She tells Harimoto that they can now eliminate Cindy, but Tiago is demanding his money, and Harimoto simply replies that Tiago should be paid.
Chapman.
These are the men who attacked Cindy. Maria, Kuka's sister, she's here. I saw her. She's downstairs. There were children. There were people. They're trying to smuggle the children out.
Why don't you give me Mr. Lima's briefcase? We'll handle it from here. Give me Mr. Lima's briefcase. We'll handle it from here.
Go make sure my sister's okay.
Where are you?
Puerto del Rio. Tiago's dirty.
Put up a better fight than your sister.
Sorry. In my locker, a list of people.
Everyone Hirimoto's got on the take.
Give it to Katarina. She will make it right.
Soon the police arrive at the location and rescue all the children, and John now has Maria. And later John goes to see his own sister, as her condition is slowly improving. But the doctor tells John that her treatment will take a long time and it will be very expensive. At that moment, Manny meets John and tells him that he wants John to work on an unofficial mission. And at first, John refuses. But Manny says that if John works for them, they will take care of all the expenses for his sister's treatment. And hearing this, John finally agrees.
Those medical bills are going to pile up for years to come. I've been running those bills through the embassy. How long do you think that's going to last? If she were a dependent of a government agent, well, that's a whole different ballgame.
But what if I don't?
There's only so much I can do.
When do I start?
You already did. It's your old call sign.
I hope you guys enjoyed the recap, and if you did, then be sure to check out other awesome movies and series on the channel. And as always, thank you very much for watching.